In 1978, when Deng Xiaoping launched his economic reforms, China was poorer than most of sub-Saharan Africa.
Its economy had been devastated by Mao's catastrophic experiments. The Great Leap Forward killed roughly 30 million people through famine, and the Cultural Revolution destroyed a generation of educated professionals. The Communist Party's legitimacy was hanging by a thread. Deng made a bet. He would open China to foreign investment, allow private enterprise to flourish, and tie the party's legitimacy not to revolutionary ideology, but to economic performance. The deal was implicit but clear. The Communist Party would deliver prosperity, and in exchange, the Chinese people would not demand political freedom. It worked beyond anyone's expectations. China's economy grew at roughly 10% per year for 30 years. Over 700 million people were lifted out of poverty, the largest and fastest improvement in human welfare in recorded history. By 2010, China had overtaken Japan to become the world's second-largest economy. By 2014, measured by purchasing power, it had overtaken the United States. But economic weight is not the same as geopolitical power, and the transformation of one into the other required a second bet, this one made by Xi Jinping. Where Deng had counseled patience and a low profile, his famous instruction to hide your strength and bide your time, Xi reversed course. China would no longer defer to American sensibilities. It would build islands in the South China Sea and militarize them despite international protests. It would launch the Belt and Road Initiative, offering infrastructure investment to countries across Asia, Africa, and Latin America, creating a network of economic dependencies that looked to Washington uncomfortably like a rival world order. It would pursue technological supremacy in artificial intelligence, semiconductors, and quantum computing, not just to catch up with America, but to surpass it. The stakes are concrete. Taiwan, which China considers a breakaway province, lies at the center of global semiconductor manufacturing. Control of Taiwan means control of the chips that power everything from smartphones to fighter jets. The first island chain, running from Japan through Taiwan to the Philippines, is the strategic barrier that currently contains Chinese naval power in the Western Pacific. Break through that chain, and China projects power across an ocean. The question of whether China can coerce or invade Taiwan is not abstract. It is the question that determines whether the 21st century remains an American one or becomes a Chinese one. Follow for more. Also, our full video on this is now live. Link in the top comment below.